Hi, this is Wes from W Farmstead. Today we're going to review the no air tires. They're the flatless tires that we put on a year ago onto Tanya's 321D. Now if you come over here and take a look, what we did was we had quantity sales. We had quantity sales take and swap out our no airs here in the front for the ones that they had on here. Okay, so far these no airs they've been fantastic. The bearings and everything have been really good. So over a year, we've made it through 1 year on the 321 basically, and 2 mowings on this. And so far they've been great. The bearings have done good so far.
And you haven't had to blow up my tires.
Yeah, and I haven't had to blow up the tires because of Tanya hitting stuff. So because of the way this has been, on my 725, my back tires take a lot of, they take a lot of abuse from when you're turning. A lot of it when you're working on a mower that's an out front mower like that, and you've got wheels in the back and it spins around. A lot of that is you're relying on depth perception, and well, your depth perception is not always great. So those tires tend to hit stuff and run over stuff. And running pneumatic tires, so we've got here. So what comes on these stock are the pneumatic tires here. Well, I didn't know, and I was like, man, I wish I could get some of the no air tires, you know, that are the flat proof tires to put on this. And so what I did was I took and I looked at the parts breakdown for Grasshopper, and I looked at the parts breakdown for the 725 DT6, and then I looked for the parts breakdown for the 400D, and those front tires that are on the 400D and these back tires that are on the 725 DT6 are a 13 by 6.5 by 6. They're the same size and they use the same part number. So what I ended up doing, so if you scoot over here, is I went on ahead and purchased some more no air tires. So this is what it basically looks like when it comes. So we open them up. All right. Makes it easier to take them out like that. That is pretty loud. I apologize. But so here's the tires. These are 13 by 6.5 by 6. You probably can't see that. I don't know if you can or not. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on and change out these tires. Okay. So let's go on ahead and take this over here and change them out on the 725. Boy, those almost look bigger. Well, they are maybe just a hair bit bigger, but shouldn't make a big deal. So one right here, one right there. Here comes Buddy with the buddy cam. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Going down.
Yeah, hold on. Hey.
How's it going? Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hey, come here. Come here. Buddy, come here. Little putz. Okay. Come here.
Come here. Come here. Buddy, come here. You little putz. Okay. Come here. All right. We're going to have to get something and keep that. So, this ends up being a 22. So, we're going to take this off. One thing I always like to try to have is magnetic right here. Okay. So if you remember, I don't know if you were watched when we did the 321 D2, we ended up not needing these spacers. So let's go on ahead and see what ends up happening with these. See if we can get these off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that the the grease circ stays to the inside while it's traveling forward. That way it's less chance of something hitting up in here and breaking off that grease circ. See if I can get this up in here. Hopefully it's going to work. There we go. And it seems like it's going to be the way it was with the 321, just from what I'm seeing, that we're not going to need to put in the spacers at all. So yep, you can see they've got spacers already on there. And you can look down into here, there's already a spacer there. So that leaves room for this lock nut. Go on ahead and go on. Hey, buddy. Yep. It helps if you don't tighten it too much. Okay. There's no shake in it. Looks good. We'll have to keep these somewhere so we don't lose them.
The other ones, which you don't know where they're at either.
Yeah, which I don't know where they're at, of course. You know how it is. You always say, okay, I'm going to put that someplace where I won't forget where it is. And then all of a sudden, guess what? Forget where it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this one off. I want to put these in there for now. Okay. Okay. All right. So there's a grease zerk. I'll be sure grease zerk goes on the inside.
Don't those wheels turn around anyway?
Yeah, they do.
Won't those grease zerks be on the outside?
Only if you're going backwards. There we go. Okay. So we're not gonna go through. There we go. All right. Okay. So you take this one, we gotta tighten down just a hair. There we go. No shaking. It's good. All right. It's pretty easy. So I'll have to deal with those later, those washers. So let's go on ahead and take this puppy down. Well, yeah, I still got to do my favorite thing, which you guys know what that is. Grease. Which me and this grease gun never get along too well. Okay. I do like these Never Lubes though. These right here, or not the Never Lubes, I forget what these are called. Yeah, somebody's sitting there yelling at the screen right now. Hey, I don't know what that is, and you're sitting there yelling at me what it is.
Grease handle. Okay, put it on.
Yeah, I forget what it is. I apologize. I'll probably remember later. Like a dummy. Like a dummy. So there we go. Okay. Finally came through. Man, that took a while. Okay. So I'm going to go on ahead and fill this up. This one. So it's going to take a little bit. So we'll be back in a minute. So I finally got all the grease in. Man, these axles on these things, or these bearings, take a lot of grease on these tires. So thank heavens I had to change out the grease on the grease gun the last time, so I didn't have a few choice words while I was doing that on this one. I did that the last time. But in review on this, so the no air tires, after we got the no air tires last year and put them on the 321D, which, you know, the problems we were having with the 321D, Tanya kept on getting flat tires on the same tire. And then she all of a sudden got the other one to go flat too. So we put on new tires, we did all kinds of stuff. I finally said to heck with it, and I found these NoFlat tires, and we put them on there. And the main thing that I was worried about was like how the bearings are holed up and everything else on these. And after a year on the 321 and then 2 mowings since they moved them over onto the 400D, they've done great. They've done real good. So we decided that we would go on ahead and replace these back tires on the 725 DT6. And the reason is because these back tires, like I said earlier, they take a lot of beating. when you're swinging around, they'll hit up against stuff back here in the back with the raised gardens in the garden area back here. These tires, I've had these tires de-rimmed before on me. So it's kind of nice to have these so that I don't have to worry about that stuff. So I know there's probably other tires out there that are, that are good. If you guys find them, I strongly suggest, a NoFlat tire, definitely, to put on your tires and all. I just wish they had NoFlat tires for the
main
yeah, for the main tires on this and on that. And yes, I know they do have twills, and
they're expensive.
twills for these 24-12-12s on here are about $1,800.
Dang.
They're a lot of money, okay? I don't know how much they are on this. I know you can get them on this, but they don't come in the paddle, chevron pattern that's on here. And I tend to like that because I tend to do a little bit more of the hill stuff and on the sides out here. So I know they don't have them for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up putting tire jack into these tires because tire jack did a really good job on the other tires on the mower, especially on the 321D. As you're sitting on the mower, the right hand main tire, which was this tire on the 400D, kept on going flat on us, and we took that tire jack and we put that tire jack in there, and it did fantastic. It worked the whole summer. We didn't have any problems with it at all. And yeah, I know some people have said, hey, why don't you use slime? Well, I've used slime. That's all I've ever used. And I still had tires go flat on me all the time with slime. And so far with the tire jack, they've done fantastic. So coming up here, we're gonna have another video. What we'll be doing is we'll be putting tire jack into these two back tires, these 24-12-12s on the 400D, and we're gonna put them on these 22-11-10s on the 725D T6, okay? And then also we've got the right front tire on the tractor over there with the R4 tires is going flat on us too. So we're going to put some of the tire jack into it and see how it does. Buddy, no. Hey, what did you get? Put that down. Come here, you butthead. Yeah, he got the, come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, he got the cap. He got the other one. little booger. So, okay. So, so there's going to be another one we'll be doing with the tire jack too. But these no air tires, they're great. Right now, a year ago, so these are 13 by 6.5 by 6s is the size of these and the size on the front of the 400D. When we got those for the front of the 400D that were originally for the 321, we spent $249 for them. Now, we went and got these, and this is mid-January, and we spent $259 for the same tires a year later, basically. So, do I think it's worth it? Heck yeah. I think it's worth it. It's the reason why I bought a second set. But they seem to do great. The bearings hold up and everything else is, you got to keep them greased and got to take care of them, but the bearings hold up. And I'm sure there are other products out there that you guys can find that you can use. Other than this Nowhere brand, there's probably others that may be cheaper, but Be careful anything that's real cheap. They're cheap for a reason is the way I always figure out. And when you're doing a lot of work on something, you want to have halfway decent, halfway good quality in what you're doing.
And no, they're not the sponsor.
And no, yes,
No sponsors.
No Air tires are not our sponsors. Neither is Kubota, neither is Grasshopper or any of these. We just do this, because this is what we use, and that way you guys can see what we're using and get ideas to what you can possibly use or how you want to do something, okay? So, but that's pretty much it, and I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday season and a happy new year, and we'll catch you all later. Take care.